third straight victory. Just some of the thoughts after today.
Thank you. It was a really good performance, really efficient away performance. Minimised shots on our goal. Let them have the ball in certain areas. They can have 1,000 passes around the back. But when they came into that middle third, top end of that middle third, we really ratted really well. Turned it over really well. Countered excellently. The final bit on the counter, I think the scoreline would be higher if that final decision or that final finish was better. We had 2 in the first half after we scored the penalty where Liam's got a slide in Kabongo, and the second one was when Kelvin actually got there and pirouetted and shot. I think if he sets Mandy, it's a goal. So they're the only things I can nitpick on really. At half time we wanted to start the second half quickly. We knew obviously the opposition were at home and they were going to come at us to get the goal so quickly. And it's something we've worked on. George on the back there on the diagonal back to Kabongo is a great goal for us. So it calmed the nerves, or any nerves there was going to be in the second half. I thought we were in the ascendancy. And yeah, a really strong performance.
What pleased you most about it today?
Just the way we can play in different ways. I think we're adapting to the opponents, but also our DNA as well is clear. We've got high pressure in certain thirds of the pitch. We're adapting where the confrontation line is, and we're adapting our game. We wanted to play on the counter because we knew that it would be 2v2 on the turnover if one of the centre halves stepped in, and we got in numerously like that. But also we played diagonally onto George. We had our long throw as a weapon, and we also played through really well. So there was a nice variety to our game. But ultimately the main thing was where we pressed the ball today and how dominant we were going to be in that mid-third, and we were.
And the clean sheet, third in a row, you must be really pleased with that.
Yeah, any winning team, you need a solid foundation. So to get 3 in a bounce is really strong for us. 3 2-0 wins. Don't get carried away. That's the 3rd game of the season, but it's a really good start. But that's all it is.
It's been a hectic first 8 days, hasn't it? 3 games. It's really stretched the team, hasn't it?
It has, but the players that came in today from the start and also came off the bench all had impacts, positive impacts. I thought Payne's work rate, Stefan's work rate with Kabongo was outstanding. They set the tone for us, and then we can get in behind that. Their confrontation line was perfect, exactly what we worked on, where to press and when. Forced balls on straight passes, so we could get in behind the pressure. And behind that, Liam again coming into the team today, he worked his socks off, got the penalty, and it was a good performance from him. And obviously Jack as well, his first start of the season, he deserved that. He's worked really hard in training. So we're showing different ways of winning games, different personnel, but also the impacts off the bench are counting too.
And 2 more goals for Kabongo. It's obviously 3 and 3 for him now. He's really settled into life at Chesterfield really well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has, yeah. He squirmed the second one in, didn't he? I thought it was there just to be punched in the net. He had my heart racing there, but was it in, wasn't it? I couldn't see from my end, and then obviously the cheer gave it away. But the cheer reminds me what an outstanding contribution the supporters have made today again. On a bank holiday Monday to bring, I think 800 was it, something like that. That's an outstanding following in the National League, and it's a real togetherness here at the club, and long may it continue.
No Manny Oyeleki today. Is he still sort of overcoming the older shot problem that he had?
Yeah, he is, but I would expect him to be fully fit for Bromley next week. And I've obviously got a nice headache in terms of who plays in that one, but guaranteed if players come out of the team that started today, they know they're going to get opportunities, and it's about the squad. You ain't going to win it with 11 players or get promoted with 11 players, and everyone plays their part.
What is the prognosis with him?
It was just a calf. He could have played today, but I didn't want to risk it. Like I've said in all my media so far, I don't want any long-term injuries. If we can help it, if it's a controllable, whether I select or not in the end, I don't want any long-term injuries. So obviously people can get injuries through tackles or whatever, but if we can control it, we don't want to risk anyone at this stage. We've got more than enough in the squad for players to come in now.
And was that the same for Jeff Keane, just not risked?
Yeah, it's not worth the risk. No, he took a real big knock, and if you're coming off after 6 minutes on the Saturday, rarely would you train 2 days later, let alone play. So it was too much of a risk. So really pleased with the ones that came in, like I said. But Jeff and Manny should be available next week.
And obviously Fraser went off with a head injury. How's he doing?
Yeah, it's a big gash. So while you mention him, I think to come into the team, play 2 games like that at full throttle, it's credit to his fitness and his professionalism. Coming with a 4-month layoff, it's a big ask for him. So he'll need a few days rest. Obviously, hopefully that gash will close up ready for next week as well.
And the week ahead, then, what's the plan?
I think they deserve a couple of days off, but they'll have some work to do at home tomorrow. Because I'm kind like that. I'm going to pull them into the ground. They're going to get some time with their families. They deserve it. they've worked ever so hard this 10 weeks, including pre-season, the start of the season. So they deserve a few days off, and we'll be right back at it on Thursday, welcoming Bromley obviously to the Technique.